fighter.
We're going to go into our market movers and losers. We're going to be talking about, let's jump into the S&P 500 top gainers. The S&P 500 had some huge gains last week. Western Digital Company was up 6.7%. Bright House Financial was up 4.7%. Constellation Brands Inc. was up 4.6%. And ConAgra Brands was up 4.3%. And then rounding off the top five for the S&P top gainers was Westinghouse Air Brake Technologies Corporation was up almost 4%. For our NASDAQ gainers, top gainers, we had Western Digital again. We had Alexion Pharmaceuticals was up 3.9%. Illumina Inc. was up 3.3%. Symantec was up 3.2%, and then Vertex Pharmaceuticals was up 2.7%. So great week for the big pharma. And then our Dow top gainers was JP Morgan Chase, 2.7%. Goldman Sachs was up 2.6%. Visa was up 1.4%. Chevron and both the 3M Corporation were up about 1%. But overall, the Dow Jones ended at 26,599. NASDAQ closed at 8,006. The S&P 500 closed at 2941. So not a bad week. The U.S. Treasury, what is our recession watch saying? U.S. Treasury, the two-year Treasury closed, it was up at 1.75%, and the 10-year Treasury also closed up at 2%, almost 2.1. And the one thing that I will say is that we now have a 25 basis point spread between the 10 and the 2 year. So they were coming closer together. And remember, when they invert, when the 10-year Treasury yield drops below the 2-year Treasury yield, that means that we are smack dab in the middle of a recession. So let's look at what the U.S. Home Index has done. And remember, we use the U.S. Home Index or the Construction Index to just tell where we are from home buying, home building standpoint, because that is one of the determining factors of what happens or whether or not we're close to a recession. So in the past month, for the month of June, the U.S. Home Construction Index was up 1.4%, and as of last week, it was actually down. So we're up a little bit with the U.S. Home Construction. Now my sneakerheads, wake them sneakerheads up. We got some stuff to talk about. So Nike was up. They closed at about $83.95. Adidas was up. They were up about 2.18%. They closed at 271 euro and 50, I don't know what their cents is. And so between last week and this week, Adidas is up, let's see, 2 point something percent. So you would have gained about $2.07 per share had you had Adidas in your portfolio between last week and this week. Puma closed, they were also up about 2.53%, and they closed at 58 euros and 65 cents or whatever, 58.65 euros. What is it? Under Armour, they closed at 22.20. They were up not even 1%. Skechers closed up almost at 2%. They closed at $31.49, and Foot Locker also closed. They changed. They were almost up by 2%. They closed at $41.92. So that was a pretty good week for the market this week. But again, when you're looking at your 401ks, when you're looking at your portfolios, look at your 401k, look at the mutual funds in there, and then look at what some of those top 10 holdings are. So you may own some of Google. You may own some of Apple stock. You may own a lot of these stocks that you hear about, or some of these top movers that I was discussing today. You may actually own that in your portfolio. And again, when the market goes down, it's not a bad thing. It's like a sale, your favorite S word. It's like a sale. So remember that, there's always, anytime that people are running away from stuff, there may be an opportunity for you. When we come back on Financial Renaissance with the M's, we're going to go into my top 5 news stories for the week, and then I'm going to tell you how to be heard in Washington.